Good day, nurses. Now let's discuss breast cancer. When we say breast cancer class, this is the abnormal proliferation of cancer cell in the breast. Okay, so usually when we say cause, okay, there is no specific cause. Okay, there is no specific cause or ibig sabihin unknown cause. Okay, unknown cause. Okay. So, unknown cause siya, but there are several risk factors. Okay. What are those? Meron tayong pneumonic na cocomelon. Okay. Ano yung cocomelon natin? C for contraceptive. Okay. Bakit? Anong contraceptive? Usually kapag gumagamit tayo ng pills or yung may estrogen content na pills, 'di ba? Meron tayong pills na purely estrogen or yung combination ng estrogen and pure progesterone. Pero kapag estrogen class, ang nangyayari kasi kung bakit at least ng isang tao kapag sa breast cancer, kapag mataas ang estrogen level niya, the estrogen promotes cell division. Okay? It promotes cell division. Okay? Pag na-promote ng cell division class, the more cell, the more time, okay? The more time cell divide, the higher chance for DNA mutations. So, kapag nagkakaroon ng DNA mutation, dyan nagkakaroon ng malignant formation. Okay? So again, your estrogen promotes cell division. Pag every time na nagkakaroon ng cell division, nagtumataas din yung DNA mutation. This DNA mutation class that can lead to malignant formation, magkakaroon na tayo ngayon ng cancer. Again, that's contraceptive. Second one, obesity. Usually kapag yung obesity natin, meron tayong tinatawag na post-menopausal. Okay? Menopausal. Okay? Weight gain. Okay? So, kapag once na after mong mag-mens, okay? After mo mag-mens, nagkakaroon ka ng weight gain, it increases the estrogen level. Okay? Next, we have the chest radiation. Okay? Chest radiation. Pag sinabi natin chest radiation, usually exposure to radiation. Kapag may exposure ka during your childhood or young adult. Okay? So, pwedeng maging risk factor yan. Lalo na kapag lagi ka na lang nag-a-undergo ng chest x-ray. Next, we have older age, usually 50 years old and above. Okay? Next, your menstrual history. When we see menstrual history, usually yan ay early menarche. Maaga ka nag-mens. Okay? May higher possibility yan na magkaroon ka ng breast cancer. Usually, nag-mens ka below 12 years old. Okay? Or, kung pwede naman, yung tinatawag nating late menopausal or late menopause. Okay? Usually, late menopause natin, yung kapag nag-menopause ka, more than 55 years old ka na, may mataas na chance na magkaroon ka ng cancer. Katulad na lang ni Ma'am Maiden nyo, di ba? Na-menopause siya ng 57. Okay, 57 years old siya nag-menopause. Kaya may mataas yung chance na magkaroon siya ng cancer. Next naman natin, your excessive alcohol consumption. Okay? Sabi natin kanina, yung sa ating triad, di ba, alcohol, isa sa mga killer triads natin yan. Next, your late pregnancy or nulliparity. Usually, no children ka. Pag nulliparity, no children. Wala kang anak. And then, Kapag sinabi nating late pregnancy, yung first pregnancy mo umabot ng 30 years old. Okay? Kaya late. Okay? Pag more than 30 years old ka na, nabuntis or nagkaroon ng anak, may mataas na chance na magkaroon ka ng cancer. Next, oncogene. Pag sinabi nating oncogene, familial disease. Okay? Familial or family history. Nasa genes. The no exercise or sedentary lifestyle. Okay, so these are the risk factor ng ating breast cancer. Mnemonic natin, your cocomelon. C for contraceptive, estrogen, obesity, chest radiation, older age, 50 years old and above, menstrual history, early menarche or late menopause, and then excessive alcohol consumption, late pregnancy, oncogene, familial disease, or no exercise or sedentary lifestyle. Next, meron tayong signs and symptoms. Ano yung signs and symptoms natin? Okay, we have mnemonic na AVON. A stand for asymmetry. Yung asymmetry, ibig sabihin hindi pantay yung kanyang cocomelon. Very obvious. Okay? Very obvious yung asymmetry niya. Then next natin, nagkakaroon daw ng vein or venous prominence. Okay? Usually yung vein, it appears blue. Okay? Bluish discoloration. Yung vein doon sa kanyang dede, color blue siya. Kung mapapansin ninyo, kung may nakakita na kayo nung varicose vein, yung mga malalaking ugat-ugat sa paa, parang ganun yung dede ng pasyente pag may breast cancer. Maugat yung breast niya. Okay? Maugat yung breast niya. So, usually kulay blue yung vein. Okay? Next natin, we have the orange pale skin. Pag sinabi nating orange pale skin, okay, yung parang balat daw ng, what do you call this one? Ng orange. Ganun daw yung dede ng babae. Okay? Okay, that is the orange pale skin. And next, meron siyang nipple discharge. Okay? May nipple discharge. Tignan nga natin. Tingnan tayo example. Ito. Orange pale skin. Okay? So, parang ganito yung dede ng babae pag meron siyang breast cancer. Di ba? Para siyang orange. Okay? So, ganyan. Okay, ganito ang dede ng babae. Para siyang balat ng orange. Ganyan. O, yung tinatawag natin yan na Peau d'Orange. Okay, ayan siya. O. Yung French translation niya, it's Peau d'Orange. Okay, it's Peau d'Orange. Okay? Balik tayo. So, yan yung mga signs and symptoms natin. No, meron tayong mga diagnostic tests. Okay? Your diagnostic tests. Una natin, we have the breast self-examination. Okay? Your breast self-examination. Pag sinabi nating breast self-examination, ginagawa natin yan for early detection. Para ma-detect agad natin kung meron bang presence ng cancer or breast cancer sa pasyente. Usually, si ating breast self-examination, ginagawa natin yan, starts at 20 years old. Okay? So, 20 years old ka pa lang, dapat nag-undergo ka na or pinaperform mo na yung breast self-examination. Usually, ginagawa niyang mga babae to every month. Okay? Every month. Okay, every month. Usually, kailan ginagawa siya? Pag once na regular yung menstruation mo, ginagawa mo si breast self-examination 7 days after menstruation. Okay? Pag once naman na irregular, yung mens ng isang babae, or yung postmenopausal, tapos na nag-mens, or nag-perform or nag-undergo ng tinatawag natin na TABSO or your total abdominal hysterectomy, bilateral salpingo o oophorectomy. Okay, yun yung total removal ng fallopian tube, ng uterus ng babae, lahat tinanggal. Okay? So kapag once na na-undergo si patient, irregular menstruation niya, postmenopausal na siya, and nag-undergo siya ng tabi. So usually ginagawa natin siya same day, every month. Okay? Same day, every month. So yan yung breast self-examination. Okay. So, usually class, pag nag-undergo ng breast self-examination, okay, so meron tayong tinatawag yung inspection na ginagawa. Okay. Meron tayong, paano ba ginagawa si breast self-examination? Una, may inspection. Okay, inspection. So, anong ginagawa sa inspection class? Inspection, tinitignan. Okay? So, usually, stand straight ka. Okay, titingin ka sa mirror. Stand in front of mirror. Okay? So, usually, titignan mo yung size, yung shape, and yung symmetry niya. Okay. So, yan yung titignan natin. After mo mag-stand straight, pwede kang mag-lean forward. Okay? Mag-lean forward ka para mas maganda din yung inspection mo. Okay? So, lean forward. Then, next naman natin, after inspection class, we use the flat of hand. Okay? We use the flat of hand. So, meron tayong tinatawag na tail of Spence. Okay? Sa tail of Spence, parang ganito siya. Wait lang. Titingin tayo ng breast. Okay. Titingin tayo ng breast. Okay, ganito siya class. Sinasabi kong lean forward. Okay, pag inspection yan class, ganito yung gagawin mo. Then tatayo ka muna, itataas mo yung kamay. Pwedeng isa, pwedeng mo namang ipagsabay. Okay, so parang ganito siya. Okay, so una, gaganyan ka. Pangalawa, itataas mo yung kamay. Yan, pangatlo, ganito. So, ganyan yung gagawin natin kapag magbe-breast self-examination. So, wait lang. Asan yung tail of Spence? Ito. Okay. So, kapag once na mag-undergo ng what they call this one, ng palpation, usually class meron tayong tinatawag na tail of Spence. Ito yung tail of Spence. Wait lang. Kunin ko na lang to.
Yung letter mo, manual, yung binigay ko sa'yo.
Ang totoo sir.
Kasi may note ata sa numbers.
Soft copy ba sir?
Hindi, yung may mga di ba binalik ko sa'yo yung may ano si madam yung ayan, ano ba yun? Attach ko lang. Ayan, sige. Sige sa'yo.
Okay, class, meron tayong tinatawag na tail of Spence. Okay, sa tail of Spence natin, ito siya. Dito natin makikita yan sa may armpit. Okay, so parang ganito. Yan yung breast. Okay, ito yung tail of Spence. This one. This portion is the tail of Spence. Ngayon, tail of Okay. So usually, pag tail of Spence yan, dito ka mag-uunang magpapalpate. Dito kasi dito mo makikita yung mga nodules. Okay, dito. Diyan. Sa tail of Spence na yan. So, ngayon, kapag once na pinalpate mo yan, kailangan clockwise. Okay? It should be clockwise ang gagamitin natin. Okay, kapag magpapalpate tayo. Okay, yun yung sa clockwise siya. So, ibig sabihin, pag nakaganito, okay, so dito siya, pag ganyan, hanggang paloob, hanggang pumunta ka sa nipple. Okay, in circular motion dapat yan. So, ganyan tayo magpapalpate. So, usually class, the common site, okay, the common site of lump. Okay, common site of lump or mass usually nasa upper outer quadrant. Okay, nandito siya. Okay, ito ay upper outer quadrant. Hatiin mo yan. Okay, ganyan. Hatiin mo si breast. Nandito siya. Upper outer, inner, upper inner, lower outer, lower inner. Andito yung mass. Malapit dito sa may tail of Spence. Okay, so dyan yung common site. Usually class, kapag once na malignant yung mass, okay, pag malignant yung mass, usually yan ay painless. Okay, painless. Ano pa? Non-movable. Non-movable. And then, irregular yung kanyang shape. Irregular shape. Okay? So, yan yung mapapalpate natin pag once na nag-undergo ka ng breast self-examination. Aside from breast self-examination class, meron pa tayong tinatawag na health worker. Pangalawa, the health worker breast examination. Okay? Your health worker breast examination. Okay? So, usually ginagawa natin to avoid bias. Okay? So, ang gagawa nito, yung health worker. Usually, kapag ikaw ay nasa 20 to 39 years old, okay, ginagawa mo siya every 3 years. Okay? Kapag 20 to 39. Pero kapag ikaw ay 40 years old na, gagawin mo si health worker breast examination every year. Okay? Every year. Okay? And then, kapag ginagawa natin to, kailangan pa rin i-continue si breast self-examination. Okay? So, next natin, we have mammography. Pangatlo, we have the mammography. Okay? So, sa mammography natin, usually, we use low dose X-ray. Okay, low dose radiation. Okay? So, usually, X-ray of the breast yan. Okay. So, may dalawa lang tayo makikita na color. It's either black or white. Kapag black yan, that's fats. Okay? Pag white, that is the tumor. Okay? So, yan yung makikita natin sa mammography. So, ginagawa natin to for early detection. Okay? So, usually kapag nasa 35 to 39 years old ka, okay, ginagawa natin to. Okay, kapag nasa 35 to 39 years old ka, yung ating data or the result will be the baseline data. Okay, gagamitin natin yan as baseline data. Pero pagdating sa 40 years old mo, okay, 40 years old mo, kailangan ang mammography mo yearly na. Okay? Tapos ipagko-compare natin sila dito sa result mo nung ikaw ay nasa 35 to 39 years old. Okay? So usually kapag mammography yan class, pag mammography yan, that's painful. Okay? Painful siya sa mga smaller. Okay? Smaller boobs. Okay, kapag maliit yung bulbs, kasi nga iipitin siya. Ganito si mammography. Okay? Mammography. Okay, ganyan iipitin yung breast. Okay, iipitin yung breast. Kaya masakit siya kapag smaller yung breast ng babae. And then, during the procedure, we need to remove metal object. Okay, remove metal object. Then, kailangan stand still. Okay, no chemicals. Wala ka dapat ilalagay na chemicals sa skin mo. Ano yung mga chemicals? We have deodorant, lotion, oil, and powder. Okay? So, usually, ginagawa natin si mammography one breast at a time. Okay? Gagawin natin si mammography one breast at a time. Okay, so usually, tumatagal yan ng 10 to 15 minutes ang procedure each breast. Okay, that is mammography. Okay, next natin, we have the confirmatory test. Okay, may confirmatory test tayo. Yun yung tinatawag natin na breast biopsy. Okay, the breast biopsy. Yung breast biopsy natin, that is confirmatory. Okay, your confirmatory. Okay, so si breast biopsy natin, meron tayong dalawang types. Okay, yung first one natin, we have the FNA or the fine needle aspiration. Okay, and the second one, yung tinatawag natin na CNA. The CNA or the core needle aspiration. Okay, the core needle aspiration. Pag sinabi natin fine needle aspiration, okay, we uses a smaller gauge. Okay, we use a smaller gauge. Okay, for smaller lump. Okay, maliit lang yung ginagamit natin kasi nga maliit lang din yung lump or yung mass. Okay, kapag once naman na masyadong malaki, we use the core needle. Bakit? We use larger gauge. Okay, we use larger gauge for larger lump. Okay, so yan yung ating breast biopsy. Okay, so anong management natin kapag may mag-undergo si patient, kapag may breast cancer? Tatlo lang: radiation, chemo, or medication. Okay, radiation, chemo, and medication. And then meron pa pala surgical. Okay, radiation, chemo, medication, and then surgical. Ngayon magdedwell tayo sa surgical. Okay, sa surgical natin class, meron tayong dalawang type. Okay, so may dalawang type tayo ng surgical procedure. Okay, okay, so first natin the surgery, we have the sorry pala class, sa breast biopsy pala natin, dalawa ang example. We have the percutaneous, okay, the percutaneous puncture. Percutaneous. Okay, so pag sinabi nating percutaneous class, eto siya yung dalawa. The fine needle and the core needle. Then, meron tayong surgical. Okay? Percutaneous and surgical. Sa surgical natin class, may dalawang type tayo dyan. Una, we have the incisional. And the pangalawa, the excisional. Okay? Yan yung dalawa natin. Pag incisional class, portion lang ng lump ang kukunin natin. Okay? Portion of lump. Okay? Konti lang ang kukunin natin, portion lang. Pero pag excisional yung class, yung buong tumor, okay? The entire lump, kukunin natin yan para mag-undergo ng test. Okay? So mag-undergo siya ng histopath examination. Okay? Entire lump. Incisional, portion lang. Excisional, entire lump. Okay? So next natin, management natin. Again, meron tayong tatlo. As radiation, chemo, medication, and surgery. Okay, focus tayo ngayon sa first, the medication. Okay. May medication tayo. Anong medication na binibigay natin? We have your tamoxifen. Your tamoxifen. Pag sinabi natin na tamoxifen, this is hormone antagonist or anti-estrogen. Okay? It's anti-estrogen. Anong ginagawa niya ni tamoxifen natin? To prevent reoccurrence of cancer. Okay? So, to prevent reoccurrence, usually binibigay natin si tamoxifen 20 mg per day for 5 or more years. Okay? So, for 5 or more years natin binibigay. Pag nagbibigay tayo ng tamoxifen class, we need to watch out for signs of DVT. Kasi ito yung complication niya. Okay, usually kapag may DVT, complication niya ng tamoxifen. Kaya we need to watch out for leg swelling or pain. Pag may leg pain or leg swelling, that's complication ng ating tamoxifen. That's already a sign ng deep vein thrombosis. Next, we have the surgical management. Okay. So, sa surgical management natin, meron tayong 4. Okay, surgical management. Okay. First natin, we have the lumpectomy. Pag sinabi nating lumpectomy class, similar. Okay? Similar to excisional biopsy. Okay, same lang siya. Parang tinanggal mo lang din yung buong lump or buong tumor. Next natin, number 2, the simple mastectomy. Pag sinabi natin simple mastectomy, entire breast. Tinanggal yung entire breast tissue. Okay, so buong susu or buong kokomelo ni patient ay tinanggal. Next, pangatlo, your radical mastectomy. Okay, pag sinabi nating radical mastectomy, tinanggal yung entire breast plus lymph node or axillary lymph node okay, plus the pectoralis muscle. Okay? So, yan yung ating radical. And yung pang-apat natin, the modified radical mastectomy. Okay, anong pinagkaiba niya sa radical mastectomy? Sa ating modified radical mastectomy, tinanggal si entire breast plus the axillary lymph nodes okay, except pectoralis muscle. Hindi nakasama si pectoralis muscle kapag modified radical mastectomy. Okay, so anong complication? Anong complication ng ating surgical procedure? Any of these, kapag lumpectomy yan, simple mastectomy, radical or modified, risk yan na magkaroon ng tinatawag natin na lymphedema. Ibig sabihin, mamamaga yung sa kanyang armpit, sa kanyang kilikili. Bakit? Kasi nga, yung ating secretion, okay, yung ating secretion nagkakaroon ng accumulation, hindi nagkakaroon ng proper drainage. Kaya naiipon siya dun that can lead to lymphedema. So, anong gagawin natin? Anong gagawin natin? Management. Okay, management post-op procedure. Okay, management natin, kailangan si patient naka semi-Fowler's position. Okay, make sure pag naka semi-Fowler's position siya, it should be the affected arm, it should be what they call this one, elevate. Okay, elevate the affected arm. Okay, kailangan elevate to prevent yung lymphedema na tinatawag natin. And then pangalawa, no BP taking, no blood transfusion, or no what they call this one, no blood extraction, and no IV insertion. Okay, bawal yan kapag nag-undergo ng mastectomy or radical or modified. Then, no heavy jewelries, and or heavy lifting. Okay, so no heavy jewelries or no heavy lifting. And lastly, promote arm exercise. Promote arm exercise. Okay, exercise. Ano yun? Pwedeng combing, pagsusuklay, ano pa, brushing, and rope training. Yung rope training, yun yung ano class, yung what they call this one, yung tali, 'di ba? Yung parang sa gym, ikot-ikotin mo yun, parang jumping rope, parang ganun. So dapat gumagalaw yung kamay to prevent lymphedema. So this is the breast cancer.